Hi, my name is Glenn Story. I'm the founder and CEO of Patriot Mobile. I'd love for you to learn more about Patriot Mobile, www.patriotmobile.com/Gene V. More importantly, I'd like you to be a subscriber to his show. I mean, his Truthcast is amazing. And if you get to listen to some of them, you'll never go back. I really encourage you to come watch it.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
World famous, internationally known Michael Paul, and he's invited Gene Valentino to be with him.
I've invited you. Hey, that was a good one, Ted. Hey, good morning, Gene. We are happy.
Well, I was. At least he gave the accolade to the right person.
Yeah. So, very good morning to you. We're glad to have you back. We missed you last week, but you were doing some very important things. We'll get into that. But first, we had a State of the Union this week that we wanted to talk to you about. What was your take?
My take is pretty heartfelt to me, so much so that I've put a letter to Congress and these ill-begotten congressmen and women that has infuriated me, and the Velvet Hammer is in rare form this morning to focus on that. To the rude and ungrateful Democrats that sat there during the presidential State of the Union, let me remind you that your loyalty is to America and Americans, not the illegal immigrants. I remind you again because the president did that evening. This is the United States of America, you ungrateful, spoiled socialists. The people come first, not your misguided opinions with an overstated sense of self-worth. I don't care how you feel about President Trump anymore. We sucked it up under Mr. Biden, aka Mr. Fumbles, but we always respected the presidency in his term throughout. You, the congressmen, the Democrat lefty congressmen, are paid by American taxpayers. It is your duty to sit there and proudly support this nation and the Constitution. My feelings about Joe Biden don't matter, but your feelings about President Trump and this nation were on full display. You had an obligation to sit there and listen with respect. Your outbursts and demonstrations were not heroic. They were childish, foolish, and patently stupid. Well, guess what? Real Americans, the true patriots of this nation, see right through the feces from your brain. You're our founding fathers and our veteran heroes paid an ultimate price. And I'm going after anyone who makes a mockery of them in this nation. And you did so for the world to see. I'll repeat, Donald Trump, shame on you. Can you get beyond the noise and hate? Can you see that your behavior was disgraceful? Yes, I'm talking about the self-admitted extreme left of the Democrat Party of Congress. Your words and actions made yourself enemies of we the people. What you did on national television showed ignorance to your knowledge of how we got this far as a nation. You do not deserve to be an American, let alone one of the positions you are now in. A grassroots constitutional republic allows you to express yourself, yes. However, you are not allowed to disrupt a State of the Union message with rhetoric that's intended to disrupt and disturb this nation. Your vitriolic diatribe went too far, and your words were actionable. And you cannot do so as a paid employee of this nation, we the people. And I pray to God that the American people have the wisdom this fall to elect conservative Republicans who put our nation first, not their personal and hateful agendas. Your velvet hammer has spoken.
Well, I'll tell you what, tell us how you really feel. That's what
I hope this message reaches them, Michael, because, and I hope more importantly, it reaches the voters, and that even the Democrats who have been on the fence voting Democrat all their life wake up and see the reality of what they've allowed to exist. I hope whether you're Democrat or Republican, you monitor the validity of the election and make sure there's no fraud from the best you can observe, and make sure only true Americans vote, legal Americans vote, citizens of America votes, and that eventually through Congress, through Donald Trump, we do away with this early voting mail-in ballot debacle, which is half the problem in the first place.
You know, this brings up another question. What is the Senate going to do about the SAVE Act? Because they can't seem to get all Republicans together to decide that they're going to, the filibuster is just that. Now, the zombie filibuster, which is what they have sort of been doing lately, really doesn't require any work. You see, and that's the thing. Senators are lazy. If you ask me, they don't want to work. So if you really want something to pass, you can actually go out there and make the Democrats explain why that bill should not pass. Make them get up and talk. How long can they last? They can't last that long. I mean, maybe a week or two. I mean, do it. Just get it done.
Well, Senator Thune, president of the Senate, he has the authority to, as long as he has 51% plus one of the Republicans there, a majority of Republicans of the Senate in present and accounted for in chambers, they can, Senator Thune, the president of the Senate, can demand that whoever wants to speak, speak. They have no railing, they have no rest. They must speak and do so without a pause or interruption in their voice. Drive them into the ground until they collapse with their stupid rhetoric, which is not based on reason, but based solely with a maligned intent to delay the process completely. It's not about their objection to the SAVE Act, Michael. It's about them playing these antics, these bad behavior games to delay what the obvious is. A nation that is by very nature moderate and conservative for the most part has a right to present itself and govern. Because if we the people exists, the SAVE Act must be in place. Who can deny that the only person voting should be a legal civilian eligible from the United States? You mean to tell me an illegal immigrant is entitled to vote? Well, they can right now in California. No wonder they've got a mess. Look at how they're doing. I got to tell you, Michael, it's time to step up. I'm not on the fence anymore. I came back from a private conference in California with an insight from national conservative leaders that meet once a year, 3 or 4 times a year. I go once a year. And what they have done is they have expressed a clear and present danger that the moderates and the conservatives of this nation, and there's a few in the Democrat Party as well, need to step up and do an enema on this element, this perverse socialistic, Marxist, communist element that has infiltrated our nation and our backyard. While we wait this weekend or in the days ahead for President Trump to announce his potential war against Iran, 45 years overdue, by the way, that is an action that's running in parallel with his desire to save our democracy. I mean, this man, he's got 40 balls in the air he's juggling. It's not a matter of chewing gum and walking at the same time. He's doing 40 things at the same time. He's also sprinting the 440. He's winning the races, but he's doing so carrying a ball and chain. Now go figure it out. I don't know how the man survives.
He just is trying to get Republicans to go along with the plan. That's it.
That's it. The American plan, the 70+% that voted him in because we voted in not only him, but his agenda.
Right.
And look, principles before personalities. I say for the 1,000th time, I don't give a hoot what you think about Donald Trump. Do you like his policies? And for those naysayers who are whining on the sidelines, who suffered through COVID and 4 years of depression, suicide, worsening healthcare systems, medical conditions in the local providing of medical service failing, your dollar being worth less, unemployment becoming higher, and inflation up to 9.1%, which is down now around 2.4% based on the industry sector you're looking at. These are advances this man did in 14 months, not 4 years.
Yep.
And I gotta tell you something. Shame on anybody who can't see it and does not hang in with this man while he recovers this nation. The question is, do we deserve Donald Trump? And will we be smart enough, Michael, to create the Mount Rushmore on some wall of granite in our canyon over there, dedicated is solely to this man, Donald Trump, because he, in my opinion, saved a constitutional republic and the democracy that is the underpinnings of this constitutional republic. I think I've said too much.
Well, no, you've said plenty. And by the way, folks, we hear that that little scratchiness in the background. It's our connection. We don't know what's going on with that, but there's nothing. Gene and I are, neither one of us are engineers, so we can't figure it out. But there's a little scratchiness going on, and we hear it too. So just wanted to let you know it's not on my end; it's on Gene's end somewhere. And just wanted to give you an idea about the fact that we do know it's there, but we can't control it. But anyway, we got about a minute left, Gene. I wanted to talk a little bit about the folks that you got to meet out in California, some of the conservatives that were there, and what maybe your interaction was with some of them.
There's some national names, and the conference remains somewhat anonymous and confidential. But there's people like John Solomon from Just the News, Tom Fenton from America First. There's other national figures. Jonathan Turley speaking with us at dinner was Miranda Devine, a columnist who released the story about the Hunter Biden laptop. We had Stephen Hilton there. He's running for governor in California, former anchor on Fox News, and his recent polling shows he stands a good chance of winning. Our governor in California, of his conservative background and culture, a British citizen who became a proud American. I'm so proud that Steve Hilton, remember, we're a nation of immigrants, right? the best people supporting the protection of this constitutional republic are guys like Steve Hilton, who come here and see how bad things are in their homeland, like the Muslim takeover of London that's underway.
Yeah. Gene, we thank you so much for joining us. That is it. We're out of time, but congratulations on that nice trip to California and getting to meet all those folks. I'd like to meet some of those folks myself. You have a great weekend.
Best to you guys. Wish you well.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever.
For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values
that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.